How about now? Woo! Oh, now I'm super hot. Hi, everybody. Ellie, thank you so much for the sub. You didn't have to do that. Welcome, welcome. We are waiting for a wild lupus who just showed up into the lobby. No camera for me today, but this is Nexomania. This is a Tuesday night tailspin, I believe, is the division, and it's Oogway's Disciples versus the Four Gibbs and a Viv. The reason why this game is so special to me is because our Oogway's Disciples is basically the Wildheart family. Don't be fooled. Jazzleen is Wildheart, even though she doesn't have a WH in front of her name. But the entire roster will all have WHs in front of their name. And yeah. So this is all good. So, we are getting ours handed out in the lobby. Ooh, we have a map pick, which I did not select. I don't know who picked it, but we are going to Tomb of the Spider Queen. Small map. I'm gonna assume first pick is by the not the disciples, the Four Gibbs. So I'm gonna assume that the Oogway's Disciples pick this map. So let's go. We have lots of maps to choose from. Lots and lots and lots. And we're gonna just have a good time because I'm just here to watch my friends play, watch some good hots, have a good time in chat, listen to some cool video game music, which, by the way, that Mario Brothers song was super dope. I kept thinking, how cool would that be when, like, it's playing while you're playing HOTS. Some fun Mario Brothers jumping sounds. So, yeah, I don't know what we're waiting for. I think we're waiting for... We're waiting for something. But anyway, I have some fun commands. Check it out. I'll go back to the webcam because this video, like, I literally spliced together 3 footages of these beautiful platypus. So if you do this in the chat, you get some factoids about platypus. You know? These are, you know, good things to know. Look how cute he is. Look at him. He's so cute. I love it. Oh, freaking love it. I need to get dancers too, Voodoo. I feel like that's what I need in this screen. See, I could put them on the left and the right. Right here. Oh, we're going into our draft. I'll keep the platypus up. If it's blocking, I can move him. I don't think he's blocking anything in the middle. He's just doing his thing. He's looking for food. He's looking for food. He's swimming around. Because platypuses are so cute. It's a freak of nature. Look at it. Looks like a beaver, an otter, and a duck all in one. He's like all of the things in one package. All right, so we're at Tomb of the Spider Queens. We have the WH team minus Jazzleen. Super Madge at her on the left-hand side for our Oogway's Disciples. And then we have a hodgepodge of players for Four Gibbs and a Viv. I don't see a Viv. I also don't see, I guess McGiblets is the Gibbs. And they know that I think White Tiger is a pretty decent tracer player, so they take that out. Johanna, kind of a standard ban. So always good to take her off the map whenever you're playing. So majestic under the ocean. See a Junkrat ban. He's a little pokey little punk. He pokes, he pushes you around, delivers you to the enemy team in the airmail. So totally get that ban. And we see the Mouthill ban. It's pretty fast on rotations, great wave clear, short lanes distance on this map on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So completely understand that ban specifically for this map. I don't know if there's a specific player on the other side that plays that, but I think it's a more strategic map ban hero. And we see that Sylvanas picked up right away from White Tiger. Sylvanas, great push with her black arrows. Ooh, I don't know what just happened. Thanks, Nightbot. I guess someone was gonna spam. Oh my goodness, we see the one, the only Whisper on the Hogger, or as we call him here, Isper, because he's Wildheart Isper. And we see Slug Hunter picking up the Lucio. Lucio's such a strong healer. I don't blame them for picking him up. He's got just great utility. If you ever want to learn a little bit more about Hogger, I put in a command too in my chat. Check it out. I know the guy that made that video. He may or may not be playing right now. May or may not be. As Manthus picking up the Anduin on the, or I believe this is the red team side, and Blaze also being picked up for some soaking and offlaning duties, I assume. See, I put the platypus video up there to entertain you guys during these downtimes. So you get to enjoy a little fella just swimming around. Look at him, he's having a great time. I think I'm gonna try to add more factoids about platypuses for commands. It'd be funny if I could do that like how they do dad jokes, you know? We see a Diablo ban on the side of Oogway's disciples. There's a lot of opportunities to wallbang on this map because it is short, interrupting the rotations, and also he's very threatening to a Lucio who wall rides a lot. So it's a good kind of defensive ban for the Lucio in general, and a good map ban as well. They did ban the Anubarak, who's also has some great CC, great use here on this map as well. So great tank bans. And we see the Wild Lupus picking up the Chromie and Jasleen picking up her Dwarf, the Murden. Oh, it's like an alligator too. You're right, Voodoo. It's like an alligator because he lays eggs like alligators. Oh my God, we could add that to it. They're also venomous. Didn't know that. They're venomous creatures. They look so peaceful. Oh, we see the May picked up along with the Gul'dan, so some spelly spell people on the right side. May's an interesting tank. She has some engages, but she's not the best at peeling. They're gonna have to rely a lot on Gambit, STC Gambit, to rotate in on these fights and help peel for the back line, because I'm pretty sure this Hogger is gonna be quite oppressive. And we see the one, the only Roger picking up the Kerrigan. Roger is our delightful 6-man on the Wildheart CCL team. And, and we see him picking up the Kerrigan here. So they definitely, he's a great flex drafter. Kind of helps you sort of solidify what you want to do at the last moment here. Wait. So yeah, Kerrigan's a great. A little counter here. She's got some stuns. Works well with the Lucio. I'm also just super excited to see, you know, Roger play. He actually switched it up with Lupus. Lupus is now on the Kerrigan. Roger's on the Chromie. Roger made his CCL debut this past weekend with the Wildheart main roster. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's go to the in-game. I'm sorry you're gonna have to lose the platypus, guys. I know you guys are all watching. The little guy. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our blue team, which is our Oogway's Disciples team. We have Slug Hunter on the Lucio, Jasleen on the beautiful mount. You go, girl, with the Muradin. Roger crabbing around with the Chromie. Lupus picked up that Kerrigan, switching off of Roger, and Whisper is on his Hogger. On the red team side, which is Four Gibbs and a Viv, we see White Tiger on the Sylvanas, Osmanthus on that Anduin, McGiblets on the May, Mundane Zebra on the Gul'dan, and Gambit on that Blaze. We go ahead and see the Chromie talent that was picked right away being used, which is giving them some vision on sort of spotting where the enemy team is. It's so important to kind of know where your opponent is at all times. And oh my God, Lupus just going ahead and diving in on McGiblets, who is a little bit out of position, but counters with his Blizzard and just locks Kerrigan down, and down she goes. Happened so fast! We see the rotation coming down with the offlaners and Slug Hunter trying to help Whisper so they can make his clean rotation. And then he pieces out. He's like, I got you, homie. And he's going about his way. So we're going to have the duel of the Blaze and the Hogger down bottom while we see our 4-mans on both sides rotating top and bottom. We see the red team, it looks like they might be a little bit ahead because they did get that kill early game. So they're a little bit ahead in these soaking of the waves. You see Jaslyn doing her tank duties, interrupting the rotations. And McGiblets wants nothing of it, being a little bit of a bully on that Mei. Jaslyn can't get out. Sluggy's gonna help her. Nope, can't do it, but Lupus jumps up. Oh, the Anduin pole is down. Didn't want to leave the Mei alone with that Kerrigan for too long. You never know what can happen. Am I right? Am I right? So we see Slug Hunter anchoring the bush there for his teammates. It's something you always want to do about these vision. We do have the red team. I'm checking over here on my mini-map. They're going ahead and starting their hard camp, or as we call it, the bruiser camp. And we do have the Hogger just spinning, doing his thing, bottom lane on that siege camp. You go, Whisper. While the rest of the team is sort of, Slug's trying to sort of posture for vision, get a sense of where everyone is. It's a fun thing to do as a Lucio, especially on this map with so many walls. Am I right, Ellie? Just glide around the walls. Seeing the Blaze is going to go ahead and defend this. We have the bruiser camp of the red team pushed up to the wall. And Lupus trying to get on Mundane Zebra, who's just all by himself. There's no pull anymore for Anduin. Oh, but the double root lands on Jazzy and Lupus. And oh, the Zebra gets away. I imagine a Kerrigan being quite a vicious predator for a Zebra. So we'll see how the rest of the game goes. Oh, blinded by the Mei, but getting stuck in the blizzard. Oh no. Is it dire? Nope, they made it out alive. Just gotta be careful of those combos by that Mei. She's quite vicious. Just taking a peek down here at our standoff of our offlaners. Well, nothing much happened, and I told him I'd give him some screen time. Slowly kind of creeping up on enough turn-in. We do have enough on the red team side. They do have the 50 gems to turn in to call down the objectives, to call down the 3 spider ladies. You can call them the 3 Skylar sisters from Hamilton. But at the same time, I think both teams want to get 7s. We do see an opportunity here on McGiblets in that bush. We had Whisper Connor rotate in from the bottom, but also the Blaze followed him. So it just sort of became a little tussle, kind of like a boxing. Just punch, 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 and walk away. Roger using that range to clear the waves. And using his vision also to just go ahead and poke out this turn-in that they're trying. Both teams have turn-in, so it's a question of who's going to turn in first. I think the idea for the Oogway's disciples is to get their 7s and then maybe turn in. So stall this as much as possible. You see the 4-man fight right here. Chromie coming down. Whisper in a lot of trouble, and then he does get slowed so much by that Blaze oil slick. He got stuck in the mud. But not to worry, everything will change at 10. Might get some high-fiving Lucio action to help clear some of that stuff. And we see Jaslyn preventing McGiblets from turning in. Just want to stall and buy time, get your teammates out here. Maybe do another fight, or maybe we're soaking to 10 before the first turn in, because red team has 85 gems. My God. Share the wealth. Hey, Zelos. Thanks for stopping by. Just doing some fun casting here. For funsies for the Nexomania, CCS's Nexomania. It's a for funsies league. You get to play with a lot of friends of different ranks, and that's pretty much what we have on these teams. Kind of a variety of ranks going on. See the red team deciding to try to turn in bottom, and oh no, Sluggy got caught. And with that kill on the Lucio, they'll go ahead and turn this in easily. And they'll probably use the advantage of the Sylvanas Black Arrow to push some of these structures down. Looks like they're choosing to just all stay here middle. So it's a 4-man middle push. She did use her Black Arrow, so that's going to be on a little bit of a cooldown. But maybe by the time the spiders get to the gate, it'll be back up again. Because I think it's pretty short. With the Carrion, it's a little bit more difficult for Oogway's disciples to clear these lanes with the spiders. Because they are not really built so much for that. It's really just Chromie. We do see the Horrify used to sort of push Slug back. I'm not sure why. Maybe he was saying something. Maybe he was saying something on the field of battle. And we see the giving up on middle and pushing up here top. Top's important because it is a boss lane. And they do easily get this top fort down. Again, I think it's just Oogway's disciples suffering a little bit from a lack of lane clear. And we see the Four Gibbs and a Viv coming back middle to push this down because there's so much work to be had top lane for the disciples. And we see Hogger coming up on the flank with his 10. He uses his shockwave to come out, but Mind Control comes down on him. Beautiful high five by Slug Hunter to get his friends out of trouble. And it looks like Osmanthus is in a little bit of some slowing sand business, and Rogers takes him down with Lucia's help. And White Tiger gets out alive with his little psych. I'm going this way, but I'm really going that way. McGiblet's stuck in the sand as well. So we got mud on both sides, as people would call it. Mud, the slow factor. And with that, everything changes at 10. Turning in, and at the same time we do have the red team starting their bruiser camp. We do have Hogger started his bruiser camp, so we're gonna have a bruiser camp pushing with the spiders in middle lane. They're gonna need that help because again they aren't that well equipped for the push here. Kerrigan doesn't provide too much advantage, so let's see how they fight it out here in the middle. Ooh, we see the flank on the Slug, but Slug getting stunned by the blaze and then stuck in the blizzard. Oh, here comes a walled. Dazzling's running for her life. Gambit stuns her as she tries to retreat. And we see the 5-man team on the red side clearing this easily. And then rotating top to go ahead and clear the top spider. That does leave the solo spider pushing with Whisker down here at the bottom. And maybe they get a building, maybe they don't. Jazzy on the flank trying to get that blaze, stunning him. Oh, all the buttons get pushed. Shockwave, even the little Kerrigan's buddy comes out. And do they get the kill? They do with the Chromie dropping some sand. And they don't give up because the little Zerg creature was still alive. You can kind of, after the initial engage, you can always just sort of point to that creature in the right direction. The use of the bushes here by the blue team, kind of trying to bait them out, trying to see what they want to do, maybe stop a turn in, maybe get their own turn in, because both teams again have enough. Jazzy trying to zone for Lupus, who's carrying 37 gems. He's a fat cat, while also still soaking the waves. And the blue team does turn it in. Does get the 55 needed here. Giblet's stuck in a little bit of sand, trying to zone out for Lupus with the slowing sands by the Chromie. Sort of just looking for where the fight is, and they want to fight in the middle in the jungle with all the walls. That is true, Zelos. I think it was just, you know, a defensive spider pickup, and it was good that they were able to get a second turn in. So maybe that's what it is. They need 2 to equal the 1 of the red team. See Lupus engaging on McGiblets, even with the wall in between him, using the slowing sands to catch him there. Doesn't result in a kill. A little bit of a chunky guy. And Jazzy getting stuck a little bit, Slug pushing everyone back. Being a very helpful healer. Like they're looking for the rotation interrupt here with the May. May gets pulled to safety. Mantis. Mundane Zebra stuck in that sand and goes down. Totally missed that. I thought the action was more in the lane. Wow. Everybody was protected from the mind control. Beautiful. We had the high five, and then we had Roger going stasis with his Crovy. It's like, nope. We've got minds of our own, lady. And it looks like the blue team wants a little bit more structures here. They want to kind of even out some of the lanes. With one player down, they have the four-man team that's alive of the red team here. So it'd be 4v4 while our puppers is down bottom getting a camp. See Kerrigan clearing the waves because she's looking to finish her stacks, which she did. And now you kind of just see them wanting to zone a little bit because the blue team does not quite yet have enough to turn in, and the red team desperately wants to turn in to get some great value here. And they're also creeping up on their next talent tier, which is 16. So they're having a little bit of an advantage, and I think the Oogway's disciples know that, so they go ahead and back up to do the camp. They're doing the camp as well. Red team and blue team both doing their bruisers camp, or aka the hard camp. They're holding it for the spiders. This is a, thing you can do, people. Hold it for the spiders, hold it for the waves so that your camp pushes with the maximum amount of energy. But, as Math is getting a little caught up by that hogger box. Light bomb comes out. Stasis was already in place by the Chromie. Also, some good high fives, but it wasn't enough. McGiblets chases her down, and here goes Chromie. And without a Lucio and a Chromie, we see the red team completely pushing here in the middle lane. Easily able to take down this Keith, most likely using the dark arrows that Sylvanas produces, which shuts down the buildings. Just want to see what's going on up here. Maybe there's some action. Nothing going on middle, except the predictable port going down. You see Hogger getting caught up outside of that gate. Shockwave does not connect to save his life, and he goes down. And you see the Four Gibbs and a Viv go ahead and try to take down this Keith as well. They are down a Hogger, so this is a 4v5. They just want more real estate because also, again, this is the top lane, so this is a boss lane. Basically, what they can do is take this and immediately go to try to take the boss. Hogger's not up for another 15 seconds, so they have the numbers. Great disengage by the Blaze. He's light bombed, tries to catch Lupus, but Lupus goes into his own stasis. And McGiblets looking for damage and killings. Members of the blue team do that combo with the wall. Sort of chaos going down right in front of the core. See, red team struggling here to survive, but Jazzy goes down. They did all jump in the homie bunker that saved their dear, dear lives. They don't need to take damage from the core if they're inside of it. So, sort of gives them a chance to recuperate. Whisper trying everything possible to stop the inevitable, but there you have it. Game 1 goes to Four Gibbs and a Viv. Good stuff. Let's check out our game summary. We'll look at some of the things. It was a 4-12 game, so not a lot of kill coming out of the side of the blue team. Struggled a little bit to sort of secure those kills, and kind of then suffered with the lack of the full wave clear on that side because they weren't able to get the kills that they were banking on with the sort of dive comp with Kerrigan, Hogger, Lucio. So it happens. What are you gonna do about it? Taking a look at some of the talents. I think everything's pretty standard. Oh wow, wait, hold on. Pursuit of Flames, I guess. Don't see that played often, but it worked out in the end, so can't fault the guy. So game 1 goes to Four Gibbs. I'm just gonna go back over here because it's cute. Because it's cute and it's fun to look at. I'll give a score to Four Gibbs. Oh, I don't have the score stats on here. Or do I? Hold on. Do I? No, I don't think so. I don't have it on here. Not on this scene, as we call it in the biz, in the streaming biz. It looks like they have a new lobby all set up. I have no idea who picked it. Oh, hello, hello. Thank you, McKiblets, for the follows. Thank you for stopping by. Pretty dope May you got there, buddy. Buddy, old pal. Don't think you're gonna rewatch this to find some insight. I'm just here watching some people play some high-level HOTS and having a good time. Showing off some platypus. You know, just chilling. We chilling. If someone would like to tell me who picked this map, that'd be great. That'd be great, so I can correctly update my stuff. I'm going to assume, because they don't have first pick, and they would have decided if they wanted first pick or map pick, I'm going to assume it was the Oogway's Disciples. So this is where we're going. We're heading over to Infernal Shrines. This isn't a best of series, by the way, people. This is a play all 3 games series. So, yeah, that's what we're doing today. Blue team picked it. Wait, is everybody ready? I'm going to say caster ready, in case they wanted to ask me. And then let me just answer Silver Arrow. But I'm streaming now. Woot woot. Oh, you want the platypus, baby? In Nexomania, there are no bans. We basically put up all of the maps available, including the ones that people don't like to often play, which tend to be the Haunted Mines, the Hanamuras, the Warheads, and the Blackheart's Bays. So we are going to go ahead and jump into the draft, which Zelos, I put the platypus in there as well, because why not? Because a lot of time goes by between action and the screen, so I just figured I'd give you some action. This is your favorite map. Why is that? Why do you like the Infernal Shrines? The jams are on, people. This is from a video game. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog remix song called Chemical Plant Zone. This is all DMCA free, and that's why I'm playing it. So let's get some HOTS on with some freaking Sonic music, right? Infernal Shrines, we can talk about it. It's a macro map, right, Zelos? Macro map, lots of things to do, lots of camps. It's a fun map because when the objective actually gets acquired by either team, the camps on the map are still up. Thank you, sir. The camps are still up, so you can go ahead and like create even more pressure in other lanes other than where your boss, or the Punisher as we call it, is pushing. So it's definitely a heavy macro map. A lot of things to do here to secure your victories. We see some standard and familiar bands coming out, with the Johanna again, the Junkrat again. Yeah, Dice, you missed it. Don't worry. It was a fast one, but there'll be 3 total, Dice. We still play 3. We play 3 beautiful games because it's not a best of series. It's a how many wins you get per map sort of calculations for Nexomania. So see the Tracer ban because they were banning it on that White Tiger, and then Gambit picks up the Hogger, which Infernal Shrines is the map to play Hogger on, because if you get it right, you can get an infinite spin. If you want to learn how to do that, a friend of mine made a video. Well, there you go. Check it out. My favorite Zelos is when people push the opposite lane of the objective and get more value than the objective did. That's always a fun fun moment. See Slugcutter picking up the Brightwing, giving him a little bit more global potential. It is a little bit bigger map than the last one we saw. Whisper playing the Sonya. Sonya is such a fun person to play. I'm probably going to be playing her later tonight as I'm on offlane duty. That's right, I said duty. She also has a great shrine clear potential. So we have Falstad being picked up by Mandane Zebra along with the Hanzo White Tiger. Hanzo, great lane and also objective clear. Falstad, we'll see what he does. He can be a good disengage or even an engage opportunity with his gust. That's right, Silver. That's our platypus command. And then I had to put the correct floral pronunciation is not platypi, even though I like saying platypi. It's platypuses. Pusses. Yeah, that's a good point, Zelos. I think it might be one of the few objectives that actually does that. That is not controlled by a player, right? I don't think any of the other non-controlled by player objectives actually can target and be kind of aggroed. Because yeah, like the Garden of Terror can't. The Immortals on BOE can't. So you're right. He can wreak havoc. He can be player number 6 off the bench. We have a Diablo ban again on the side of Oogway's Disciples, also the Anubarak ban, and then we see a Grey Daddy being picked up by Lupus. Very fitting for Lupus to be playing the Greymane, just saying. Lupus, Greyman, you know. Jasleen picks up that ETC and Roger cleaning it up with the Genji. We'll see if they switch. Won't say anything just yet. McGiblets picks up that Muradin that we saw Jazzy on the previous match, and Lucio being picked up by Osmanthus. So, looks like they might have been thinking a lot of disengage was needed on their side. But now, if anything, they have the Lucio to sort of survive some of the burst. Because I assume he's going to go Sound Barrier. That's probably what I would do as well. Kind of seeing what Jasleen goes ahead and picks for her talent. Because she does have an ult to the Mosh. Maybe you want to high-five the Mosh. Maybe you just want to Sound Barrier the Mosh. Who knows? Lots of options. I think this is a Mario Brothers song. Thank you. Oh no, this is Mega Man 2. I'm sorry. It's like you can kind of hear like the, what would be jumps, right? Love it. Oh yeah, that's right, Zealous. You've been offlaning a lot. All right, let me go ahead and introduce the Oogway's Disciples, which consists of Jasleen on the ETC with the, with the very cool skin. Slughunter trying to be a dragon, but he's really a Brightwing. Lupus switched it up with Roger again. He picked up that Genji. So we do see Roger's take 2, or maybe 3, on the Greymane. He played Greymane this weekend on CCL, and he was amazing. And then we see Whisper on the Angry Woman, the Sonya. Gambit on the side of Four Gibbs and a Viv picked up that Hogger. White Tiger on the Hanzo. Osmanthus skating around with his Lucio. And McGiblets on the Muradin. Mandane Zebra flying around, just chilling. He's the other dwarf on their side. He's on that call. Sort of this, I feel like it's always this traditional race at the start of every game, just to who clears this lane first. You see, great job by Jasleen using the bushes to her advantage, getting that slide that's done, some follow-up, but just not enough. It's hard, it's a little bit difficult when you have a Lucio on the opposite team because it's so easy for him to boot back any dive by that Greymane. But I believe Roger's a pro, literally. He's a pro. And it's the traditional setup that we're seeing them. They're putting the offlaner up top, their Hogger, their Sonya, and then it's like they are double soaking down here. Maybe they're not. Well, Roger's working hard on the camp. That is sort of the Greymane specialty. Oh, I forgot to put talents up, guys. I'm sorry. That is the Greymane specialty to get camps. And we see the red team also electing to get their middle camp. But we see the engage on Gambit, who's all by himself. Oh, so close. Wait, Lupus is going in! He's gonna... Oh my god. I was so afraid. What if the Brightwing had teleported and then he died? The Brightwing would have been stuck behind the wall. Oh my goodness. I was quite concerned. Jazzlini anchoring that bush. McGiblets check, sort of not checking it, misses with his hammer throw. Roger was starting on this camp because, again, that's his specialty, getting these camps with the Greymane. 3 members of the side, 3 on 3 here. Pretty even, but we do see a hogger rotating. We do, they don't. And that's why we see McGiblets jumping in. Oh, goodness. Oh, no, now it's a 5 on 4. Oh, here comes Sonya trying to even it out, but it's just not worth it, guys. Jazzy does go down. Fought so hard to get that camp. And Osmantha skates away with just 100 health while he slowly recuperates it back up. And, you know, lost 1 person. It's fine. Ooh, goodness. Oh, hello, Surge PV. I know who that is. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for stopping by, watching your team play. I was hoping I'd get to see you play in there. And then thank you so much, Waffles Dink. We're gonna see if Gambit can go ahead and set up this amazing infinite hogger spin. It looks like he might actually have it down pretty well. If you are trying to figure out how you too can do a hogger spin, it's easily done if you just follow the instructions in that video. My friend made that. And he is going pretty hard and strong at that. Both teams electing to do their top camps while the hogger just spun away. And I'm not sure if blue team really even wants to contest this anymore. This actually would be prime opportunity for them to go bottom and sort of counter push a little bit, get some value. While the red team is just doing their thing. They're deciding to go ahead and clear the top camp with their Greymane. Jazzy anchoring that bush is what tanks should do. Give your squishies some less anxiety. I'm gonna have to ask you, Surge PV, what's the deal with the name of the team? I always have to ask these things. Jazzy ate that jump by the Mortal Punisher, or Arcane Punisher. And looks like he's easily gonna get the wall, but not much else here because you do have Roger chunking away at him. And so we have the Four Gibbs and a Viv going ahead and looking at this camp. It looks tasty. And Jazzy walking in that bush. Doesn't really have the best bush checks. And she's going to be caught in a little trouble, which also puts Slug Hunter in a little bit of trouble, trying to save her. He might lose his life. He does. It does go down to the Hanzo. It's unfortunate bad rotation. Or, you know, not a bad rotation. Just didn't check the bush. So now this is a free pickup for 4 Gibbs and a Viv. Last season we were 4 healers and a Zeratul. So now you're 4 Gibbs and a Viv. But I only see 1 Gibbs, so I feel like you're shortchanging me 3 Gibbs. Okay, got it. I see. That works. Let's go ahead and pop up top because I feel like might be some action. No, it looks like they were just disengaging. And have middle lane being cleared by Slug Hunter, Lupus. I think looking to interrupt some rotations here, which is exactly sort of a job Genji can do. We have the red team securing this bottom lane because no one of the blue team is anywhere near. You're all Gibbs mentally. So it's the one Viv in spirit. And creeping up on our 10s here for both sides. So it's going to be 10s on board when we do get to this bottom objective. Sonya was looking to see if the team wanted to engage, but you know, when they get those 10s, you don't really, it's not worth it for your team. Instead, electing to go back to soaking duties. And red team securing this. I do believe it is a Sonic song. It's anti-freeze. spin dash. I don't know what any of those things mean. I just found the DMCA free playlist. And I'm using it. I'm happy to share the playlist. It's a fun background noise for some HOTS gaming. If you don't have the original HOTS music playing, which I don't. So red team using the push of this camp to maybe get some value middle, but I think we're kind of at a stalemate until we start this objective to sort of see how this plays out. I don't want to see some fighting. I don't see any fighting. Zealous, this is why this map is kind of boring a little bit. We do see Gambit going ahead, starting up early on his never-ending spin, but he did miss it. Maybe someone should link him the video. Exclamation mark, hogger. Red team pushing out the blue team, but Jazzy slides in and gets a 3-man mosh that leads to the death of the Lucio. They don't really have any interrupts because White Tiger had already used it, and she got 2 of the interrupters in it. Oh, what a great mosh and follow-up. So they still offer some more blood, interrupting the Muradin from escaping, and gets that kill. And I think this might be their objective for the time being. We do see Mundane Zebra flying up top, choosing to not come down just yet. But also that means his fly is down, so he's not going to be able to join this here if the red team wanted to re-engage. Jazzy's going to go ahead and anchor that bush so they have some vision when the red team starts to show up. And they slides on that Hanzo, who is caught out by himself. Oh, chunks him to almost 1/4 of his health. She's just saying, this is my bush, everybody. I own it. And blue team goes ahead and gets that Mortar Punisher. He shoots out little balls and blows them up. Great high five by Osmanthus. So McGibless does not even get touched by this John Cena. We do see Lupus on the flank. Whisper as well, looking. He does have Leap up. Looking for a Leap. They just want to fight past the Punisher because what do they care? Roger dives in on the Osmanthus. X-Strike comes out. Oh, but the Gust pushes everyone into the wall. It does result in the death of the Lucio. Maybe it put him a little bit closer, the Gray Man, a little bit closer than what he was originally with that Gust. Unfortunate series of events, but it is how there she blows, as the Pirates would say. And we do see kind of still kind of very even match, 14-13. Yeah, I'm not too fond of that Punisher myself. Honestly, the one that I hate the most is the one that has the lasers, the wipeout lasers that you can't jump over. You just have to suffer through. I don't know what that one's called. If we see it, I'll try to remember it. I know the Frozen Punisher is the popular answer because it is shutting down the towers, but I'm telling you, those lasers, if it was wipeout, I still wouldn't be able to jump over them. We see the blue team being a little bit ambitious, wanting to maybe contest this camp. Jazzy got chunked a lot there sitting in that bush. The Lupus staying on his brother, White Tiger's Hanzo. Pushing him out, avoiding a lot more damage. Things could have been a lot worse there. It's true, we do have brothers against brothers here. Not necessarily Lupus and White Tiger, but the Genji and the Hanzo. Oh, and another mosh, but she does not connect with one of the pesky stoppers of it, but it does result in a Lucio kill, so that's fantastic. Oh, and White Tiger goes down with Roger. I mean, this is like CCL Roger right here, my man. Like, what's going on? Ooh, I'm sorry to say it, Dice. Roger's looking like a great daddy. He's showing off. Mason Blaze, watch out. New great daddy in town. Does the Gust kill the Lucio? Because I felt like he pushed the Gray Mane closer. I could be wrong. Sometimes I just like to be a spectator. And just enjoy the show. Okay, Dice, okay. Okay, settle down. Settle down, sir. We see 16s online for the blue team. And I'm sure they'll be shortly online for the red team. Blue team picking up this camp. And I'm pretty sure we'll have the bread team pick the bread team, or as I call them, the red team, pick up their bruiser camp up here to create some more pressure. No longer just a man. Exactly. He's a great daddy. Holding this. See, great daddy's got the right ideas. He's waiting for the wave, which is coming. We'll follow them a little bit. Come on, guys. Steve, Bob, Charles is in there. All right, let's get back to the action over here. See everyone kind of using bushes, spying it out, hiding, staying off the map, out of vision, out of mind. And we have Sonya up top clearing the waves, which does leave them at a disadvantage of 4v5. I'm sure Sonya's going to be rotating shortly. Roger's probably got his W up. He's trying to keep it going. Whisper stuck in a little bit of the slow by Mundane Zebra, but Jazzy slides in for that. Oh, a lot of things just happened. Oh, goodness. It looked like it wasn't looking great for Oogway's Disciples, but you know what? I think it was kind of an even trade, to be honest. It looked like it was going to go really badly for them with that counter on that Mosh, but then the X came out from the Genji and sealed the deal to at least get one kill off. See, Roger doesn't like the spinning anymore and just wants it to go away. But Jazzy getting caught by the McGiblet stuns, goes down, and we have a frozen Punisher. The popular Punisher, because he's going to shut down this tower, allowing the red team to just pretty much free push. And if they wanted to, they too could fight behind this tower. Genji baits him pretty well, so he's actually not even attacking the tower. He's attacking the minions, and he moved on to the wall of the keep. And it looks like red team is just going to be like, we got what we wanted. Let's go top. Maybe get more value here. Zebra was working on this wave for quite some time, so he's like, guys, look what I have to show you. And they're gonna go ahead and take this down while the blue team sort of looks for ways to get their 20. Loop is providing vision. Vision wins games. It's a famous quote from a Warhead Junction map I once played. And we see red team securing their mid camp, trying to creep into their 20 talents. And we see them coming down here, going ahead, easily taking this bottom camp as well, with some information on the map of Genji middle, Sonya top. Gives them the comfort as a 5-man to go ahead and take that. And they're looking now to keep taking. And it looks like blue team's just playing it slow. They would just want to get their 20s. They don't need to contest these, because any fights would give them an opportunity to catch up more. Saw the Gust being pressed by Mundane Zebra, so Gust is down. He's down for a full minute. While the 20s are online for the blue team. Whisper was up here, stealing. You got caught stealing, Whisper. Didn't take the whole building down yet. Mundane Zebra flew up, followed by the rest of the team to see if they could gank him. But he sniffed it out. He's got those barbarian senses. The Sonya barbarian sense. Rawr. Oh, you know, all that stuff. And looks like they're just going to go ahead and finish it. Whisper anchoring again. We're seeing this a lot. Lots and lots and lots. Always just helping your homies. Keeping vision up. Now, this is literally the only thing that's up on the map. Well, now the other one too, but if they wanted to contest it before 20s, it could have been a contest. We have Mundane Zebra down bottom on the Falstad, and I think they are looking, but they're not committed. Someone's pinging danger. Sadly, there was nobody in that bush. But right here there is. Jazzy slides in on McGiblets. And the leap by Whisper does cause the gust to come out again. We did get TP'd as well as a safety precaution. TP giving a huge shield, so TP also down, but kind of gets reset a lot faster than the gust does. Oh, Raymond getting stunned by that 20 talent by Hanzo. And you see Jazzy just trying to back up for the rest of the team, trying to keep them safe. Just trying to maybe help them out, and they do back up. They have a lot of ults still up other than Leap. Just taking a look at what Jazzy did. She did take Bolt of Storm. If anyone was wondering if she took the Death Mosh, she did not. We do have Gust upgrade at 20. And we have Rewind from Murden as well. So a lot of Chain CC still available. And you see the zoning by the blue team. They came in and they took. So now we do the reverse. Let's go red team. Oh, the leak misses. Whisper was looking for a wild bird or something back there. And getting gusted up against that wall. Not a good place to be. Hanzo arrow comes out, stuns the rest of the team so they can't help. Jazzy stuck on that wall. Or Whisper. Roger's just, you know, doing great daddy things. Ha ha ha. Takes down the other pup. But he is not looking so good here. He's got his extra speed because he's keeping his W up, but it's not going to be enough because as soon as Mundane Zebra got that lightning rod, it was doomed. So here we go. White Tiger going to go ahead and secure the rest of this objective. We have, as they would call it in League of Legends, an ace. It's when you get all 5. And they're probably going to get this keep and maybe a little bit more. And this is our Mortar Punisher, which is the Wipeout Punisher, as I'm going to call him from now on. Because he has those wipeout little lightning rods. Well, this is going to be tough because one of the best wave clears is Greymane. He's going to be down the longest. Jazzy takes the jump. Does poop everyone away. Ooh. The core helping out. Oh, Whisper leaps onto the Hanzo, but the counter by Mundane Zebra, that gust just like causing chaos. So there's very little follow-up to the leap. But they're still on McGiblets. And at this point, they're just kind of pushing them off so that Roger could fully clear this Immortal. Or not Immortal, this Punisher. So while they were doing that, the red team went ahead and stole the Bruiser camp on the left side of the map, which is the blue side of the map. And we see the blue team moving down here to the siege camp. Suspecting the same rotation by the red team, so playing it a little bit safe. They are down a man because we have the Genji up top clearing. And Roger started that camp. Down a person because we did see Falstad was off on the other side of the map. But just not enough to really want to contest it. It's not worth it. Not this late in the game. It's an easy clear for a Greymane and a Sonya. But they are going to go ahead and give away this bottom camp as well while they're clearing middle. Sort of regrouping. This is where we play the... League of what? That's what Syl would say, Voodoo. I don't have Syl today. She's playing her own match. These games are just not just insane, Ellie. They are just so long. And this is like that typical phase of Infernal Shrines where you're at 20 plus and everyone sort of uses the bushes to their advantage to rotate around the map, keep information from where they are, everything. So Lucas jumping in. Very heroically, by the way. If anyone ever noticed, he looks very heroic when he jumps in. And they didn't secure that bottom fort to sort of alleviate some of the pressures from the nonstop, from the every 3-round katas. I guess they wanted to even it up a bit. They're going to go ahead and take this Bruiser camp up top. They do have the catapressures up here on the blue team. And without the information of where they are, blue team's just kind of trying to figure out what to do. Where to go. It's very hard when you don't know where your enemy is to know what to do. We're going to go ahead and clear that. So let's go ahead and follow the red team and see what more that they want to do. Giblets providing vision and anchoring. I feel like they really want this bottom floor. Like, look at it. They really want it. They got it. You're winners in my book. Yushi's story. Let's take a look. Frappe Snowland. I don't know. It doesn't specifically say. But there you have it. Alright, back to the action. We have an objective up, so this is where everyone convenes and tries to duke it out. Get those monkeys, as we call them, the minions on the shrine. The Gust, 20 Gust coming out on Jazzy. X-Strike tries to help her out. Whisper jumps past everyone to the back line, creating so much damage on his front line. Great job by the Sonya. Does lose the Jazzy, but such low health pool from the red team. Hogger goes down, and Mundane Zebra is just backing in this bush in front of everybody. And he doesn't. He'll be back. He'll be back. He's got the fly, I'm sure. So even 1-1 down here. And you see Zebra flying back in. Whisper doing his best to clear the monkeys. We got 34. But, oh, that stun from the Hanzo. And you have the Greymane Roger just trying to chunk away. Ooh, great cleanse by Slug Hunter, anticipating that stun, but I think Roger might still be in too much trouble. Again, CCL Roger. Hey, great daddy, CCL Roger. And he's down. He lived for a very long time. Loop is trying to see if he can clean up some of the remaining members of the red team, but they're like, no. The Punisher, wow, Mundane Zebra is bringing him so far. This is the Arcane Punisher, the Wipeout Punisher. See? These red things. But red team wants to finish. They have 3 people down on the blue side, and they see the opportunity, so why not go for it? Great leap on by Whisper on the back line again, but that 20 Gust just is not fun. Jaslyn tried to use her 20 talent to sort of blink out of it, but wasn't enough. White Tiger stuns them so that they can't move any further. It's a lot of chain CC on there. Just not enough health to survive all of it. And Whisper, we know he goes down fighting. He keeps going. He tried. And that's the second game goes to the 4 Gibbs and a Viv. 4 Gibbs minus a Viv. Or just a bunch of friends playing HOTS. What do you mean play yours? There's only one on that team. And it's Roger. The others are retired. Let's take a look at the game summary if there's anything interesting to see here. Definitely a huge difference from the last game. A little bit more even on the kills spread. And just so much, though, kind of coming out from the side of 4 Gibbs and a Viv. I think the combination of the Gust with the Dragon Strike and then the high fives just made it really hard for Oogway's disciples to kind of pull off any combination at all to kill the targets. So tough. Well, they're not anymore. Let's not get carried away. They were though. They were at some point. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and wait for the next lobby. I assume they want to play a third one. They technically don't have to, but I mean, these are competitors, right? These are ex-CCL and current CCL players. That's true, Dice. Dice is throwing shade. The shades of the dice. No, I think your team definitely had some good synergy there for Sturge. So it was pretty obvious the high fives kind of made everything that was thrown at them. And exactly, Voodoo, exactly. These are gamers. And they fight until the end. I love it. So just gonna go ahead and wait it out. Let's go back to the platypus cam, which is the same cam from before. And he's doing the same cute things as before. As I wait to get invited into this lobby. We are going to a third map. Again, I'm going to guess who did this based on... Aw, but I don't want to go to the map pick. This platypus is so cute. Well, that's cool. Platypuses win right now, Zelos, right now. Check him out. He's right there. Gibbs doing great, by the way. Tanking. I'm impressed. All right, we'll go to the... Oh, goodness. Oh, thanks, Chris. Gifting a sub to Voodoo Child, who literally gets nothing but ad-free entertainment because I do not have emojis. I'm thinking of getting some platypus emojis done. I just need to figure out what I want. So I do. Wait, Voodoo, don't rat me out. I got this off of YouTube. We'll go ahead and look at the map view. So this is where we're going. We're going to Battlefield of Eternity, 2-lane map. Means a lot of brawling, a lot of empty space in the middle of the map for people to move around. So you got 3 offlaners for this roster. We'll bring them all in right here for this BOE, and let's have them in, you know, fill all 3 lanes. Keck W. All right, I gotta go back to the platypus because it's way better than that screen. Oh wait, I have to say R. Oh. Alrighty. So we're just, we'll go ahead waiting for some, the button to be pressed, but you know, we have actual real good fun stuff to watch. I think I'm kind of do this more often. Just play my platypus on loop. I should actually get like a National Geographic documentary and we'll just watch it together in between. How about that? Oh, Sturge, maybe that's strategic. Would you guys have done that? Blackheart's Bay or Haunted Mines? I think you guys did it last week. So I was kind of hoping to see some action of that this week, but so a little disappointed myself. I'm with you, my friend. I agree. Let's go ahead and go to the draft. We don't lose the platypus in case anybody was nervous. Thought the platypus would go away. Some other interesting facts is that it's actually kind of a very nocturnal type animal. And platypuses are poisonous. If anybody else was wondering. As a platypus mother, that would be fun, Voodoo. Or I could just buy a ferret and dress it up like a platypus and say it's a platypus. Because I don't think you can actually own a platypus. I think it'd be very, very difficult. And I don't think the desert weather of Los Angeles, where I'm at, would be suitable for such an aquatic, majestic creature. Look at him swim underwater. Look at that. And his white eyes, the devil eyes underwater. Fantastic. All right, we're at Battlefield of Eternity. We see Vala being banned. Vala, a great race hero picked here. Junkrat, he's just a pain in the neck. Most people just ban him because of how irritating he can be. I think he's actually one of the most banned CCL heroes right now. So that's why we see him banned a lot. Johanna, such a great tank, provides kind of great peel. She has incredible sustain for fights, and depending on your ult, you can sort of start an engage, or you can help people escape from an engage. And her level 20 is simply broken, so it's a good idea to take her off the map. And we do see the Lucio ban after it being played back to back. We just don't want to see it from either side, says the Oogway's disciples. So Hanzo being picked up by White Tiger. He's actually fantastic on this map, with taking down the Immortal pretty fast. So great pickup by him, and we saw him do pretty good things. Question is, I wonder if he'll go the W build or if he'll go Q again. He went Q last match. Whisper back on his Sonya, which means the Hogger's still up for grabs, and Slug Hunter picking up that Bright Wing. Oh, my Giblets playing on the Garrosh. Hello. With the Anduin for follow-up. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I have to say, when I play Anduin with a Garrosh, it can be so much fun to follow up the tosses. Interesting ban by the Zarya. A little unusual, but I'm sure there's some logic, master logic behind it, knowing who the banner on the side of Oogway's disciples is. Maybe they're just worried about a hyper carry Hanzo. It makes it so much harder to kill everybody, right? Oh, yes, Ellie! Oh my god! You're right. You're right, you're right. Yes, the Zarya that can go ahead and speed boost the Garrosh so that he can basically run and do his thing. It's going to be a little tricky, though, I think, with the polys. So let's see how he plays around the polys.
Ready for action.
Jaslene picks up the Muradin once again, and Lupus picking up the Raynor, which I'm sure he's going to switch. He's been switching all night with Roger. Raynor, great for Exterminator on this map to burn down that Immortal. So one of the more boring heroes generally, but very useful on this specific map. He just goes brrr, brrr. Oh, they did leave the Tracer up, so Mundane Zebra picked that up. And we see the Diablo pick up by Gambit. Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. Hello? So we have... we have the Diablo pickup by Gambit, and we have a Garrosh as well. So it's probably going to be a 2-3 is what I'm going to assume. Maybe we'll have Tracer and Diablo top, or maybe we'll have Diablo Hanzo top, and then Garrosh, Tracer, Anduin bottom. That's sort of what they're telling me by this very odd-looking pick, but we'll see how it goes. I do know of your in-house is Sturge, and I did make my way there, and I'm hoping to play sometime soon. I'm just a little caught up on some Nexomania action. I had a game yesterday. I'm casting today. I have a game later today with Ellie, and then tomorrow I'm doing the ARAMs with NGS, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm really excited to play and learn as a healer person like Ellie. She said great things about the in-houses so far, so I'm super excited to check them out myself. DPS Garrosh, no way, man. I think it's off-lane Diablo. That's what you're not seeing. That's what you're missing. If you haven't heard Whisper talk about off-lane Diablo, this is your chance. Oh, actually, never mind. It might be an off-lane Garrosh. He's poking his head up here. So let's go ahead and start with the red team since I was compelled to come over here and see what they were going to do. This is the Four Gibbs and a Viv. We have STC Gambit on that Garrosh going top lane. McGiblets on the Diablo. White Tiger on the Tracer. Osmanthus on the Anduin. And Mundane Zebra on the Hanzo. So we did have some switcheroos on that side. Blue team, we have Whisper chilling up top on the Sonya. Lupus stayed on that Raynor. Jazzy is actually now healing on the Brightwing. We have Sluggy on that Muradin, and Roger chilling back there on a Bug. He's on the Jaina. So some little bit of a role reversals happening out here. See how it goes. And this is going to be nothing but constant fighting. We do see the Exterminator coming out from the Raynor. We see the W's being stacked up by the Zebra. This is a body checking Garrosh. So trying to close that gap between him and his prey. If he was a platypus, he could just swim to his prey. But you know, he's an orc. And not a green one. Lots of poking being done by Lupus, which caused McGiblets to have to go back and tap, and then White Tiger also backed up, getting those heals from Osmanthus. And it puts them kind of wondering, well, should we or shouldn't we? Shouldn't we dance of that bottom camp? And Slug getting caught out by McGiblets, who has to back up again. I'm sure those slows by the Jaina are just not fun for him right now. I envy no Diablo player ever. Although the only one that I would envy is the good ones, the Havens and the I guess you could say those of the world. Big Brain Ray. And we do see a lot of blues trying to position here. Slug trying to contest on this objective. See the Blizzard being dropped right on top. Really trying to get the health chunks, but they're just not enough. And I think that is easily secured by the red team. And they will be doing this. Let's take a look at some of this Garrosh offlaning action. Well, there is no action. It looks like he's just freezing the lane. And Whisper's totally fine with it. This is pretty funny to watch. Whisper's just like, okay. Super intense. It's pretty high gameplay too, Voodoo. Both teams are picking up their bruiser camp, so that's why I'm just enjoying the sights and sounds of the top lane. Which is an angry Garrosh just hitting away at our little minions. Whisper is just over it, so he comes down here to start burning that Immortal. White Tiger being a mosquito with the Tracer, chasing down Whisper, gets tossed right back in. Jazzy TPs to him, but it's not enough, not yet at least. Maybe in a couple more levels, and now she's stuck with a mosquito herself. Roger tries to zone out with that Blizzard. But they have been chunking away at this Immortal, the blue team, because they did reach halftime first. Problem is they are down a person. And now they're being zoned out pretty well by the red team while their Hanzo races. He's not fully stacked yet, so his damage is going to be a bit slow at this moment. And plus, this is on the blue side, so they have everyone up on board to go ahead and fight for this. Level 6 reached by them. Osmanthus getting a lot of Blizzard done, and Gambit being such a pal, tossing him away. And that was sort of enough to make it so that the red team does not want to continue to fight for that objective. It's so early in the game, not even 5 minutes, so we go ahead and we move up top. Syl! How did you do in your game, Syl? My queen. Did you win? Did the Dahaka's Donuts win? Blue team getting the first Immortal. They're still behind on levels. just now getting their 7s online. And just a lot of poke. Kind of like this Zealous again. This is one of those maps where the objective, don't attack the heroes, right? Sort of what we were talking about earlier. Lupus getting in a lot of trouble. He's gonna get bombed on. Ooh, somehow he survives, but you know what? It's a tracer. You can't get away. It just doesn't work that way. And Jazzy eats that root. Wait, what's happening here? Oh, Slug's getting away. And we go ahead and see the red team taking this top camp while they have 2 dead on the blue side. Wanted to see what's going on down here. Whisper's probably not having the best time. Whisper, I see the spray. Whisper sprayed. It's okay. He means well. So, maybe Garrosh not the worst off-laner in the world. That's true. It is a Q build Vala. Or, not Vala, Jaina. And red team wants to get a little bit more structures up here up top. Pushing in with the camp. White Tiger diving in. Oh, getting aggroed by the tower. But Slug Hunter waited for him to come back. Unlucky. Would have been totally worth if he had gotten the kill. Oh, the 10s are online for the red team. We see the light bomb come out, the dragon strike come out, or dragon's arrow come out. So lots of buttons. The button are being pushed by the red team because they have the time to do it. Slug getting a boost by Gambit. He's still kind of stuck in the middle of a sea of red. I think that's right, Sturge. Maybe there's some master plan in mind. Gotta wait it out for 10, see what happens at 10. Red team easily reaching their halftime here because there was no contest from the blue team. They're trying to get their 10s, and they do get it with that kill on the Hanzo. Sort of missed it a little bit. Not sure how that engage started. Ooh. Taunt coming out from the Garrosh. Ooh, doesn't even get to finish his sentence. And the Anduin is down. Hey, we are makeshift just like a Stitches. Get it, Ellie? We're Stitches. Which means we have a badunkadunk. Blue team securing the Immortal for the second time. And it's kind of interesting because they're not winning the team fights given the team composition that the red team decided to go with. It's a little bit more difficult for them with that Garrosh in the front. But they are securing the objectives. So they're getting some value that's allowing them to keep this push going. Oh, the Dragon's Arrow whiffs away, and so does the APOC. Doesn't connect on anything. Unlucky. See Gambit getting chunked by that Sonya slam. And maybe looking for a leap. We have a water elemental slowing them down so Slug Hunter can get a stun on and catch him up, but you know what? You can never catch up to anything when you have an Anduin on the other side. And maybe they get the full wall. Maybe they get a little bit more. For sure the full wall. Oh, but I'm sorry. Garrosh is busy up here. And so that's causing the blue team to go ahead and retreat. And it looks like the red team's going to let them. He knows it's coming. He sniffs it out. And it doesn't matter. He got it. Whisper looking for blood. So is Lupus. Stitch's warehouse? That would have been funny. Red team went ahead and moved forward in the bottom lane. 13's about to become online. And we have all 5 members of the red team sort of around here. Roger's backing for more mana, one can assume. And the siege count's going to be up. And the blue team is nowhere in sight for the red team, really. So they might as well take advantage of this. And Giblets easily cues onto Slug Hunter. And Jaslyn gets tossed by the Garrosh. It's enough to zone out so that they did secure the objective. We see the arrow coming out, followed by the Apox. It's a double stun. Slug Hunter getting chunked to the point that he is dead. White Tiger being saved by Osmanthus. Probably not enough. Yep. And the counter to the engage just keeps going by Oogway's disciples. It's the infamous Dragon Arrow with Apoc combo that can lead to death and destruction. Which it did. So we see the disciples going ahead, starting the burn. I think they've actually won the halftime every time so far. Looks like they're going to do it again, as we see that red team, Four Gibbs and a Viv going ahead to do that top camp instead. Sort of waiting out for the rest of their team. I think it might end up over here, though. So it's going to be on their turf. Yup. So the red Immortal is on the side of the red team, so they can kind of more easily defend this. So the question is, how do you play it? And I think you play it slow. Because you sort of want to be the one that's fighting underneath the Immortal of your own team. A lot of standoffishness. Oh, McGiblets dives in, but his team is really far away. Thank God Mundane Zebra has a huge arrow, followed by a light bomb, and then an APOC combo, which doesn't get anybody, really. It's just a little bit hard to have that engage right underneath the enemy Immortal. And it led to Anduin trying to get that light bomb on his team. That sort of led to his death. You step up a little bit too much. See that Q by the Jaina finishing off McGiblets here. Maybe that's the Q explanation. Lots of Q. Probably a little Icy Veins too to help. And blue team's gonna go ahead and take this bruiser camp that's on the side of the red team. I would say maybe some miscommunication there. The McGiblets thought he saw something to engage on, and his team was really not with him. Sort of forced the Anduin to step up a little bit too far to get that light bomb combo off, and that put him in jeopardy there. So Slug Hunter getting tossed over the wall. Weird animation. Looks like he jumped and then he just made it to the other side of the gate. I don't know. Big ship coming down by Lupus. Get some wall space for the blue team to try to jump in here and engage. Oh wow, Slug Hunter was hiding in that bush, gets tossed by Gambit. Oh, and he uses his hammer to kick McGiblets out. He says, "Go away, Diablo." I'm sure everyone says that. And sort of zoning out the Diablo forces him to back and gives him the space to do this push. Oh, the APOC arrow combo out again. Does connect with Jaslyn and Lupus. And Slug Hunter just trying to just hit everything and anything possible. But there you have it. Last match does go to the Oogway's Disciples. So it's a 2-1 split. Let's go ahead and look at the game summary. That was a lot of fun. I loved it. They let the Tracer through, so we saw White Tiger on his Tracer. Mundane Zebra did great job with the Hanzo. You saw that Hanzo arrow with the APOC combo. But it was a lot of fun to see a Garrosh in that position of an offlaner. Wish I could have cut to it more. Unfortunately, I couldn't. Let's check out his build if anybody is wondering how they too can become an offlaning Garrosh. So it's going with that body check and then going with, I think that is the E build, right? Is that E or W? It's one of those buttons. Oh, I think it's W build. But they did lose, so maybe don't try it at home just yet. Try it maybe in try mode. Try it maybe in quick match. Maybe that'll work. But it's fun to experiment. You never know what you can get. And so yeah. I am not going to be able to do interviews with the winning team, Sturge. I'm sorry, because I do have to prepare for my match with Ellie. But, well, maybe I can. Maybe I'll do a quick one. Let me ask him. I'm happy to join whatever Discord your team is in. So if you want to send it, because I'm solo. I'm a solo gal. Let's go ahead and cut back to the platypus. But we did have a 2-1 decisive split in favor of Four Gibbs and a Viv. Where can I find you guys? All right, I'm gonna hop into a Discord and we're gonna go talk to the winners. If I can find the Discord. I have it here. I know I do. Oh, it's because the logo changed. Wait, dang it, I want more people. Wait, Osmanthus, you're gonna give me more people, right? I mean, like, after that incredible team effort, where's the rest of the homies? All right. Yes, please bring in McGiblets. I'd love to talk.
I'm bringing the McGiblets. I'll just lurk here.
Well, anybody can join. I don't care. I love talking to the whole team. It's so much fun. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of the process. I feel like I could just be the, you know, the sideline reporter that interviews people because I love talking about the matches after the fact.
Oh, hey, Rare Blitz is here.
Great. Hello.
Rare Blitz, you should probably extend an invite to Mundane Zebra if you want to.
Correctly.
Yes. Just make sure that you keep it family friendly. That is the only requirement of CCS.
Then there's no point of inviting.
Then there's no
her.
point of bringing Mundane Zebra.
That's why I raise it. So I'm so glad you picked up what I was putting down. Fantastic. Well, good job, you guys. You know, decisive 2-1. Probably could have been a 3-0 if maybe some different draft options in that last game. But you know what?
You don't say.
Yeah, the Tracer was. I didn't like the Tracer pick either.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know what? That's 100% sure. It's almost like when they were banning it, they were banning it as a favor to you guys. You know?
I know.
Exactly.
And then you got debated.
Pick.
You got debated by it, so.
Let's be real here. The Garrosh offlade was a very interesting pick.
He soloed Sonya, okay? That's all that mattered.
All that matters, yeah.
So I guess we'll start backwards because obviously that's the most fun thing to comment on here is the Garrosh pick. What the hell were you guys thinking? I would just ask it. What the hell?
That map, I don't think the offlane truly matters, and Garrosh is really good into team fighting with double tanks on that map. Like, as long as you can clear your wave and not take a lot of structure damage, I think your offlane could be
Actually, in a funny story, there was a bit of social engineering that my current NGS team was doing back when Rhaegar was pick number uno. We'd leave both Rhaegar, and I believe it was Stukov that was the second top tank at that point, open, but as well as Joe. So we made them first pick Joe, and they're like, yes, we can take one of the two good healers no matter what they do. And then we put Rhaegar in the offlane and have Stukov as our main healer. There are lots of options on maps like BOE for funny offlaners.
Well, like what I had initially thought was that you guys were going to do a 2-3 because I've been seeing that a lot on 2-lane maps, specifically on this map too. I've seen it done by, a couple of academy teams. And maybe CCL teams as well. So that was my initial thought. I was like, oh, they're going to split it, but that'll be kind of weird because I don't know how much damage Tracer can be by herself, but you know what? You guys know what you're doing. What do I know?
I'll be honest, we did it because it's a meme that has been in Justin's in-houses for the last 2 weeks.
I stood by the Garrosh pick because I used to pick it on we picked it in NGS 2 seasons ago in Div B, and it worked out great. I think Garrosh could easily offlane on BOE. But only BOE.
But it looked like you were the Garrosh was freezing the lane a lot when I cut over to it. I think it was mostly to withhold it from Sonya because it felt like then she couldn't engage as much to soak because of that threat of the toss and everything else that Garrosh sort of provides. So it looks like it sort of evened out there. But I guess in maybe other situations it didn't work out. It seems like they still sort of won the fights in the end. Maybe there was a little bit of miscommunication. McGiblets, I'm looking at you. You did dive in there, and I was like, wait, where's the rest of his homies?
I didn't call it out, but the arrow came like right after. But
Yeah.
I was stunned to do the APOC.
Yeah.
In that last fight, you didn't get haymakered? I thought you got haymakered.
He did get haymakered after, yeah, for sure.
The haymaker saved my life. I know that.
Huh.
But I thought it also created some decent space, to be fair.
So you just ran it and baited me.
Oh, no, for the immortal part, I got haymaker to safety whenever they were on our keep.
Very nice.
I do agree with you, Osmanthus. I think you got jebaited a little bit when McGiblets dove in while under the immortal because I saw the light bomb come out with the APOC, with the arrow, and I was like, Anduin died because he tried to get close enough to launch his light bomb. Is that what you saw?
I mean, I would have been like if I had like a 1 second of heads up so I could just put the light bomb on him before he blasted. But yeah, it was a strange fight, shall we say.
it was a strange engage, and I think you're right. It just kind of ends up just not being synchronized. But you guys were pretty synchronized throughout the rest of that match with your combos going out. Let me look at some of these other games. I guess. Well, tell me a little bit about Tomb of the Spider Queen. Do you think what was the difference in your favor? Was it sort of having the Sylvanas and a Gul'dan into a Chromie Kerrigan? It felt like maybe they didn't have as much wave clear as you guys did.
No. You see, the real thing was the fact that Mei is actually a really overpowered tank, and people haven't recognized that or picked up on it. Okay, I'll stop waffling.
No, everyone tells me Mei is the worst tank, but she's my best tank that I have, and I smurf on that hero all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
I think there are times and conditions where Mei is good, and I think if you want to make her work, if you have something like a Anduin route to just lay down before the blizzard pops, you can trap people in that for so long, and it can be really disgusting.
Yeah, and it feels like then when you have one of your DPS being as frontline heavy, and obviously Kerrigan is.
We also have Blaze, so the fact that Mei doesn't provide everything a conventional tank does.
Oh, so you had
really matter.
Wait, so you had Gambit pick up your slack, is what I'm hearing, McGiblets.
Gambit did a good job. He added a lot to the engages, and oftentimes he just secured people into blizzards. But
yeah, no,
I don't know.
It really worked out. It worked out for your guys' favor.
Gambit's fragged.
You definitely got a lot of walls and blizzards. It was very impressive, kind of like the combos that you were able to pull off, because it led to, I think it was like the highest death differential was that game.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we'll look at Infernal Shrines here. So you stole the Muradin from Jazleen, you thief. And how does that make you feel that you stole something?
I think she picked tank first, right?
No, I think she picked after you, but that's okay. But most important, yeah. But you guys had a lot of anti-engages there. You had the False Dead Gust, you have the Lucio's High Five. You sort of can use the Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo also as an anti-engage. So it looks like you guys were pretty much saying, go away to Oogway's disciples. Was that sort of like the draft strategy you were going for?
I spent the entirety of the game, personally anyways, desperately trying not to get blown up by the Sonya plus X Strike.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was painfully stressful for me because I haven't been in that situation before.
Where you're running for your dear life?
Well, it's not really about running when you're in that position. You kind of have to do a bit of a balance between keeping yourself just off the map, that they can't really just raw leap you, but you also just need to be in range of the rest of your team. So it's a tough balance to strike.
Yeah, for sure. It just, from I was just thinking that the perspective was that you guys did so much defensively that it actually worked out. It allowed you guys to sustain almost all of the engages that the blue team had. So it didn't really matter what they did to you guys. So it worked out.
Generally the problem of burst/dive comps that they burn themselves out. Whether the initial assault, break it with good anchoring and good vision control, and yeah, they're gonna have a bad time.
Exactly. Well, that was a lot of fun to watch. How did you guys do last weekend? I think you guys did some interesting maps last weekend, correct?
I don't want to talk about last week.
Wait, I'm this is genuine. I was just kind of saying, well, how's the Nexomania thing going for you guys? How did you do last weekend? Because you did so great this weekend.
So
we
when
went
I'm
up
not
against
captain,
no gall.
no, whenever Justin's actually here, we're playing Haunted Mines and Blackheart's Bay no matter what.
Yeah.
But luckily, Oogway decided to pick every map because they knew, or they didn't want to deal with it. So
Yeah,
I was happy I didn't have to play those maps.
We did a little quote unquote juice pirating, but yeah, they did a lot of vision control game number 2, so we couldn't really cheese out nearly as much as we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And game 3, I
don't know what map it was, honestly.
Volskaya Foundry, and we were using Deathwing, Abathur, and Junkrat to cheese out the bot keep before any other structure. I think we lost that one in 10 minutes. Yeah, it was...
So what you're saying is...
It was very intense.
Is that today it worked out a little bit better for you, is what I'm hearing.
Today, let's just say we were living dairy-free. There was no cheese involved.
Well, you guys did a fantastic job, I have to say. Congratulations on your win this week. And, keep moving forward, keep working together. Maybe, get more a little bit, let your teammates know when you're diving in. Make it, let's just say, maybe a little bit.
Man.
You gotta teach the tank mains how hard it is to be a support main, okay?
Exactly.
Hey, I already know how hard it is to tank. That's the other funny thing. Giblets is normally a healer. I'm normally a tank, so...
Wait, so why are you guys role reversing?
Because
I want to take it competitive, but I can't do it at an academy level, so I get to do it here instead.
Well, that's good.
And that's true for me as well, so yeah.
Well, as a healer main, I feel the pain, especially when you're playing. I think you were playing the Diablo. Oh, Diablo is literally I don't understand him. I literally do not understand him. But if you look at my win rate with him under all categories, I have a pretty high win rate. Just don't break it down beyond that. Just saying. Then you'll figure out why it's so high. I can't figure it out. So
I'm gonna look at this right now.
No, don't look at it.
Very curious. Let's see here. Okay, it's about 40% unranked.
Exactly.
It's quick match.
Wait, no one plays unranked.
It's AI. It's AI, buddy. It's all AI. Because when I first started playing this game, that's what all I did.
I don't look at AI win rates myself.
Exactly. No one does. But that's where I excel with Diablo.
Very nice.
Is there any shout-outs we can hear from you guys before we sign off? Anything?
Shout-outs for Viv for becoming and part of the team's namesake and not actually being on the team.
Yes, I learned about that today in the chat.
Yeah.
We didn't find out he wasn't on the team till the last week whenever we tried to play and he wasn't showing up. Yeah. We're like, oh, you're not even on the roster. Who knew?
Well, now may his memory live on in the title of the team.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Shout out to Manzibra. At least game 2, those were some really good gusts.
Yep.
Shout out to all the Wild Heart homies that we played against.
For sure. Always shout out my Wild Heart homies. Damn it. No, but shout out to you guys too for having such a great a great fun time. It really was, and I enjoyed watching it. Can't wait to see what you guys do next. Now that now that Justin's back and he can draft map pick for you.
No.
I just want to see you be tortured. All right, guys.
Some
Thank
teams
you.
like those maps.
Adios.
Yeah, thank you so much. Congratulations. I'm sure I'll catch you around. I'm gonna hop on out of here and let you guys go do your thing.
Toodaloo.
Bye. All right, so that is the end of my cast, guys. So that was a 2-1 victory in favor of Four Gibbs and a Viv. And that is, you know, another Nexomania match in the books. So I'm going to jump off because I actually have to go play a game might be on Ellie's channel, but I don't think she's streaming just yet, so I don't get to raid her, which is unlucky. So I'm just going to go ahead and raid one of our stream team members. You guys should definitely go say hi to her. She is the best. Her name is Alicia. Oh, wait, before I do that, I have a couple of things that I can talk about. As he said, Wildheart was the team. Good job by the Oogway's disciples for fighting it out to the end. Wildheart is an organization that I'm associated with. Please check out our website where you can find links to join our Discord, to check out some of our content on YouTube. It's all kind of done out of just respect for the game and just a passion for wanting to create and develop a community. I'm mostly excited that we're putting on a pregame event at what is known as the CCL LAN weekend on Thursday night. We are hosting kind of a get-together, sort of like a icebreaker opportunity for people who are coming into town that weekend to watch the CCL matches live at the Mall of America. So come RSVP for our event on that website and come say hi to me because I'll be there with no platypus because you can't travel with them. Not that I have one to travel with. So please check out all of that, what we do there. Tomorrow night, actually, in the Wildheart Discord, I am going to be streaming episode 8 of Halo's Paramount Plus series. Been watching it with a couple of gamers in there. It's been a lot of fun because we talk about it at the end of each episode, sort of what happened, how we feel about it. And we have some other events coming up in the Discord. Always so much to do, so much fun. And yeah, so I am going to be in Minnesota Voodoo. I'm going to be so close to New York. Meet me halfway, buddy. So yeah, that's it. I think that's it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and send you guys over to Alicia Wins. She is part of the Wildheart family. She is a doll, and she's going to be doing some stream team stuff next week. So say hi to her. She's wonderful. She has a hat just like mine, the Abathur hat. So check her out. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you to all the followers, the subs, everything. You're the best. I'll see you later. Bye.